It's rematch day here at Flashpoint 3, and we have views of France here in the morning for us in Los Angeles, afternoon for those of you visiting us from Paris. And guess what? Double Pony versus Vitality once again squaring off to see who is going to be the top French squad at the start of this major cycle. And then, of course, later on, we have NIP versus G2 in our losers finals. We will be taking the day off tomorrow to give our grand finals team a chance to rest and prepare. Mouse Sports awaits them at the end of the bracket, and we're going to take a look at that in just a moment. First up, though, let's take a look at our social media accounts. You know, you want to follow at Flashpoint, hashtag Flashpoint3. As we come into the final 2 days of this tournament, it is your opportunity to tell us what you really think on social media. Not like you haven't been doing that already, but another chance for you guys. All right, let's take a look at the brackets right now. How we got to this penultimate day of competition here at Flashpoint 3. Right now, our upper bracket final, Mouse Sports did win over G2. That puts them in guaranteed top 2 in the winners finals. And finally, in the lower bracket, we did have Heroic losing surprisingly to Ninjas in Pajamas yesterday. That gave NIP the chance to face off against G2 today. Winner of that will be facing Mouse Sports on Sunday. Sunday. I'm sure all the Europeans will understand the American monster truck references. And here we are. We did see down to 12th place. So Fun Plus Phoenix with the 9th place finish, Sprout with 10th. Complexity with 10th, Sprout with 11th, and Anonimo with 12th. 7th place decider is coming up first today. Again, these RMR points are all important as we head into the rest of the major cycle. And then before our finals on Sunday will be Astralis versus Big, a surprisingly compelling match to kick off that day.
That's a really good opener for Sunday. So
yeah, it's a nice appetizer.
Yeah, a mouge bouge.
Amuse-bouche.
I'm not French. I'm not French.
Yeah, he is. His French skills are lacking in our all-French matchup. We have discovered this already. What's your favorite thing about France, Maui?
I've only been to France once, actually. I was in Nice briefly, and I just liked how it just felt like a really chill city where everybody was walking around, having a good time. This was pre-pandemic, of course, but yeah, it was just good vibes. Good vibes.
So Maui says Nice has good vibes, and he can walk around and quote have a good time.
I like walkable cities. I like walkable cities. Okay.
That was really spectacular. What's your favorite thing about France, Lex?
I've never been to France.
Oh.
But I'd have to say they've given us French Canadians, which I'm thankful for. I don't know why that's hilarious.
I don't think the French like French Canadians very much.
That's fine. These are our North American French folk, and you know, it doesn't really pertain to this matchup at all.
And so
but I like Zawu.
They like by a degree of separation gave us poutine.
Yeah.
Ooh,
full circle here.
like
Speaking of Vitality Double Pony opener, this is full circle in many ways. Poutine, man.
We just offended all of France. All right.
Okay.
So let's take a look before we get into our matches today and talking about our French teams and hopefully no more embarrassing French facts from our analysts. Let's talk about Ancient, which is not in France, as it turns out.
Oh,
No kid.
I couldn't tell, actually.
It is, in fact, in Mexico, I would assume.
Wait, really? Do we actually have like facts about Ancient?
I mean, if it's an Aztec temple, then it would be in Mexico.
This is now an Aztec segment. Bring back Aztec.
What's your favorite Aztec fact?
It's a terrible map. I don't know. I don't know.
That's a good one. That's a good one, actually. I like that they have, wait, I don't know if it's Mayan or Aztec now, but I think they have 3 calendars, one of which is pretty similar to the one we have today, one of which was for seasons, and another was some spiritual kind of horoscope one. And I mean, I appreciate that they have to wake up every morning and do calculus in order to figure out what day it is.
That's right. Advanced calendars, Maui's favorite Aztec fact. Well, let's take a look at Ancient before we start discussing it right here.
DE Ancient is the latest addition to the official Valve map pool and is already one of the most divisive. A spiritual successor to the classic Counter-Strike map Aztec, which was clearly the inspiration for the map's visual aesthetic, Ancient has joined the map pool at the expense of DE Train. While the map is yet to see play at a professional level, many have been critical of his inclusion in the map pool, especially as Train is a beloved map that has played host to many memorable moments. 1G's in the chat. Whether Ancient is truly ready, or if some tweaks and changes will come into play, remains to be seen, but change is good, and Ancient might be about to play host to some legendary plays of its own.
I like how they just had to troll Summit in the middle of the video.
What the hell, man? Poor
That's
guy.
just rude.
I enjoyed it. All right, let's talk about Ancient as a map. So there has been, a lot of backlash against this map so far. Some people are pointing out, well, Overpass started out kind of bad, but then it became really good later on.
It was an atrocity.
But now we put it, in our blind spot segment as an S-tier map, one of the best in the entirety of CSGO. So how do you feel about Ancient right now, and what changes, if any, do you think need to be made? Because they just made some changes the other day, Lex, if you want to start with those.
Yeah, I mean, there was an update, I think it was yesterday, to Ancient, bleached out some of the parts of the map, made some good visibility changes, I'd say, but I think there's still some work to be done in the way of actually making it a comfortable map to look at, especially with those camouflage CT models. Problematic is I'm colorblind as hell. Shout out to Valve. Please keep making those changes. But beyond that, I think, there is a little bit of critique to be had for some of the choke points and the way you approach the sites. There's some, really close quarters, spooky caves around the map that can't be fun to go through sometimes. And at pro play, I'm wondering whether or not, there's going to be demands to open some of those parts of the map up. But ultimately, I've been playing Ancient every day this week, and I'm excited for the map. And I hope that they keep giving it, some TLC, keep touching it up, because, I think it's great that there's a new fresh map in the pool. First of all, I'm just coming back to competing in CS again myself, and I like where it's going.
So since you've been playing Ancient all week, can you describe some of the positives that you see in this map?
I think it's almost ready to have, once you actually can get some smokes out on it and have some actual tactics. Mid control is going to be really interesting fights at pro level. I'm thinking that some of the site executes could be pretty darn cool. But it really just depends on how favorable those fights are for CTs and whether or not they're fun to take. That's a big part about why maps are fun and not fun is whether or not you can just kind of have gunfights that don't make you want to hurt yourself. There's some things on Nuke especially that the rafters that you had to clear all these kinds of angles. Valve took a lot of those parts of the map away to make it more playable. Ancient's going to have to get that same treatment too.
I'm curious, Lex, from your perspective, what you think about retakes on the map, because when I was running through it at one point, it felt like the tunnels were really too much of a choke point for CTs to have to actually take back ground on it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think part of the reason why, there was a really short rotation in between CT spawn and both the bomb sites. I think the latest changes are going to address that a little bit in terms of just being able to see terrorists on site and some of the angles that they're holding against you. And, those choke points, right? You're going to have to use utility on the retakes most of the time anyway. And that just might be one of those maps where, it's super vital that you have a smoke or a Molotov left over for the post plant.
Good stuff. Well, with Ancient's addition to the pool, we are going to say goodbye, at least for now, to Train. Let's take a look at some of our finest Train memories.
Guardian again versus 4. This is unbelievable. Oh, he was so close to that. That would have been a huge frag for him. They know where he is. There's a potential flank. The longer this goes on, the worse the situation. He's just got 2 plays once again. There's the third! Guardian, what is going on? Rush with 5 HP. The Molotov could be everything. The last play was towards Ivy. Guardian looking for the ace. Oh! This is ridiculous.
Maybe it's going to be up to the Mice all the way in the back here with the AWP. Gets a quick flick, and Glaive takes 3 kills in a row. Shots coming up, and Glaive with a quad kill, shutting down G2.
Brown conflict with Tech9. He's there dropped Kirby now in a 1 versus 4. Oh my goodness! Oh, Kirby with 3! And the bomb has been planted. He goes back in for seconds, misses a couple of shots, but he's wasting valuable time. Edward's going to push him. Kirby, are you going to pull off the racket play? Kirby gets the clutch! Are you serious?
They'll look for this support from Rainwaker. They are going to be able to brutalize, but Surreal, 3 kills with a P250, has put himself in a 1-on-2. 2 more players to find, and there goes Rainwaker, and Surreal might just be on for the 8!
planting this. He started that before the Molotov. In fact, Molotov's not going to reach him, and he might chase down at least get one. Good start. Aggressive. Finds out Flamey. Not done there. Sees the play on the tracks. He's actually got Simple down. We know this guy can ace. We saw it in New York. He's got it into a 1-on-2. And he's actually sliding away. He's got another shot on Boomich. Is this guy up for the play of the decade already in 2020? He nearly got it in 2018. As Chris sneaks away, Electronic is found. He's baited him out. He's got the time in his favor. What an ace clutch this would be. He's got the bomb out the situation. And he's got Electronic down. Put it in for play of the year already. What?
They can recover this bomb side. It's not looking good right now. First try, this Tarek will take down Zip. And that's a 2-on-4. Finally, Device put into play up from that high ground. Going to be taking down Ethan, sure, but the bomb is still planted. And currently, no kid has been picked up. They need to find a way to get these kills and get on that bomb very quickly. And now it's all falling apart.
Dodo does pick off the first. That's Sol gone. He's one of the problematic players I have to deal with towards Pop Dog. But Hudson on that secondary ult has found the first. And they're collapsing. Hudson, what a quick shot on the second. He's really made this contestable round. And Hudson's got it all. Why not? 3 kills, the 4, make it a 4th. He's on for the ace. And Hudson has found it.
Just the pistols to play with. They needed the kill. Guardian's got to make up for it. He's tapping in, but he can't find it. Fallen's on the defuse. Fallen is on the defuse. The lineup, he's still there. It's done. He doesn't have the ammo. He doesn't have the ammo. He's holding it. Guardian! How does he deny that? In that situation, that should have been done.
Back to back, but he gets caught trying to trade out a gun. Fugly finding another one. Jason R trades it back, and now it's Summit in the 1v1 to try and close this out against Fugly. Fugly playing it aggressively, no, but Summit's gonna clutch it, and Slice will close out map number 1, 16-11. Oh wait, what?
Just had to do something to get it at the end there. Back to back. So we did see some of the all-time great plays there. Many clutches, aces, 1v4s, 1v5s on Train. And, you know, I think a lot of people, especially who watch at the pro level, will miss Train. You know, Valve has said, like, hey, maybe it's not the most played map in the pool. That's why they want to encourage, like, a new map to kind of take root. But, you know, from a viewership perspective at the esports level, it did offer something really unique in terms of the long sight lines, having a lot of these very exciting, like, sniping plays. What are you going to miss about Train?
I mean, I think at the pro level, Train was one of the most enjoyable maps to watch. So I think just barring everything else in the conversation, that in and of itself is the first thing you got to say, right? Like, Train was always going to deliver an exciting matchup. It was always going to show some of the spotlights on you know, Oppers specifically. And to me, like, we saw a Guardian clip in there, like one of my favorite players to watch in general, but always on Train, just having incredible performances. I mean, that kind of stuff I'm going to miss for sure.
Yeah, I really am gonna miss the kind of balancing act that CT's had to go through on Train. It kind of felt like a juggler on stilts on a unicycle sometimes, but you have glue on your hand, so you're not really juggling anything. But if you lose just one pin or one of the things you're juggling, you just topple over immediately. And it was really cool to see just how strong the CT defense was, but the different ways that T's would approach ladder control, late T-con control, Ivy control, like all of those interactions were some of the most fun kind of default fights I think that were in the pool. And people in like the CIS region really showed how that map can actually be pretty puggy if you wanted to play it like that too. But like you said, I think for a viewer perspective, or like for a more casual perspective, it was a little bit daunting. Just a lot of sight lines blocked, a lot of kind of macro thinking we had to go through all the time.
It's a hard map to play.
Yeah. And so we It's the penultimate day of Flashpoint 3. We're kicking things off with an all-French 7th and 8th place decider as Vitality and Double Pony scrap to get those very valuable RMR points. And then later today, we will have one team entering our grand final. It will either be Ninjas in Pajamas or G2. That grand final will be taking place on Sunday. So just as a reminder, we will not have games tomorrow as we give teams the chance to prepare for that grand final. We want the best match possible.
We're getting it.
Are we? We hope so. Vitality Double Pony. Okay, so you're building up the anticipation. The best match in France. And this match is super important because if you guys missed the early phases of this tournament, it was an upset in Double Pony's favor. Vitality really played badly, I think is the only way to say it. And Double Pony, it wasn't even close. It was 16-5 on Nuke and 16-7 on Inferno. So Double Pony just completely clapping Vitality.
Yeah, it was an absolute massacre, and I believe this was our opener. And I mean, to me, I think a lot of people here had Vitality, being a very strong contender for, a top 5 finish maybe. And it was a real eye opener as Double Pony dismantled them in the day 1 bout.
Yeah, and as we can see here, some of the later additions to Vitality, like Kyojin, who's coming in to this roster and is relatively fresh at this point in time. Now, Kyojin and Masuda were a lot of the problems that Double Pony was exploiting on that first day. But ever since that first day of competition, Vitality has been doing pretty well overall. They beat OG, they beat FPX, and unfortunately lost to Heroic, which is why they are down here in the 5th to 6th place, or 7th, 8th place match, excuse me.
Yeah, I mean, we highlighted Masuda and Kyojin on day 1 at least as being almost the problems in that matchup. But I mean, truly it was a collective failure for the team. I mean, Shox was really struggling towards ramp. Masuda was struggling towards mini. Kyojin was really suffering at upper. And they've shuffled all those positions on Nuke specifically. We got to see that the other day in their last Nuke game. And to me, that was a sign, okay, they're at least fixing things or addressing some of these problems. So I'm expecting a rejuvenated Vitality and certainly a better prepared one coming into today.
Revitalized, as it were.
There it is.
But there we go. But looking at Vitality, too, even though it was disappointing that they dropped down into that lower bracket, they actually made it further than any of the other 8 teams who were in the first round of the losers bracket. So they've made a pretty good run since then, and it's hard to fault them from losing to Heroic. Now, on the other side, Double Pony, quietly, well, not so quietly after that big win, but they've been doing very well in this event, exceeding expectations. They've got NBK on loan right now, and players like Afro and Joko have really stepped up.
Yeah, Afro has been a player where when we came into this event, we were thinking it would be the Joko show, maybe the Lucky show, but he's been an opper that has actually been really exceeding expectations. He has had a plenty of clutch rounds. He's finding a lot of impact, and Joko, he's going to keep up his aggressive rifling. I think that's definitely what struck Lex and myself when we were watching those closed qualifier games from Double Pony, is that Joko, he seems fearless no matter who's against him in the server.
Yeah, it seems like Joko, when he's performing well and he's winning his duels, on CT side especially, he's given really important roles for his teams. And when he's able to hold on to his own, just actually, able to get into the game, I feel like we've seen a few different times in matchups. He is the most targeted player from Double Pony that, teams really go after him in some of these spots. And actually, there's been times when he has been the difference maker, clutching out a few close rounds and being really confident. And for a newer player, to me, that is something that I really look for in, potential performance, growth of a player. How confident are they against these tier 1 teams like Vitality?
Well, Double Pony coming in through our close qualifiers, having no RMR points to start things off. Vitality was one of the invited teams with some RMR points rolling over from last year. Already, I mean, regardless of what happens in this match, finishing top 8 is way above expectations for this team.
Especially, I mean, dude, all the qualifier teams have done pretty well here at Flashpoint 3, but Double Pony, I think, has been consistently exceeding expectations. Almost, Mouse is in the grand finals now, of course, but, I mean, Vitality, it's respectable what they've done here through the lower bracket, but the fact that Double Pony's here again still, playing for this placement match, it's a big deal.
And we're going to take a look at our previous vetoes. So this was from the last series that they played. As you can see, the Nuke pick from Double Pony, the Inferno pick from Vitality, and we did not go to Vertigo, which was the decider. Yeah,
I didn't look at this matchup's vetoes beforehand, but I did think about it. And honestly, I can't see the vetoes being that different. Permaban for Mirage and Train out of both these teams respectively, and you've got Dust 2 and Inferno as likely maps here for either first, second, or third. What do you think though, Maui?
I think
they
that
go back to Nuke again against Vitality.
I think Double Pony should definitely go back to Nuke. I think that the rematch is always going to favor the team that lost in the previous time, but there was a lot that went wrong for Vitality in that game. So for me, I think that Double Pony, if they execute their game plan similarly, they should expect not the same results, but ones that are still triumphant at the end of the day. I think it's kind of up to Vitality for me to try to see if they brought something new to the table, because if they have the prep work that we think they do, the support structure that they do, you think that they would sometimes just toss out that Inferno pick and go for something different. I think Dust 2 is possible. I think the way that they've played on Vertigo lately as well has looked really strong. There's a couple options for them here that I think could work.
Yeah, Double Pony has also looked kind of shaky on Vertigo overall. Like we've seen, really the only reason why Double Pony was even in some of those Vertigo games was like insane clutches by Afro, and like I wouldn't bank on those happening right every time.
No, they have looked bad on Vertigo overall, so that would absolutely be a great pick for Vitality here. I wonder whether or not, we did see them switch things up on Nuke. Here we go, get the videos here in a minute.
Let's see it.
But I mean, the biggest thing for me was in the original matchup, Shox was getting bullied a lot at ramp, and I don't think Apex is going to give them that same respect. So Train Band comes out for Vitality. Double Pony follows up with Mirage, expected.
This is the moment of truth. Okay,
There
they
it
go
is.
for Vertigo.
They changed it up.
I like it. I like it. I mean,
Good.
ZywOo has looked like a force of nature on ramp, and A ramp obviously being the most important map control on Vertigo. To have a player like ZywOo in charge of that space is always going to do Vitality a lot of favors.
Yeah, and I think Vitality, like Inferno, would not be a super confident pick out of me. Double Pony did go back to Nuke. You'd love to see that. So we'll get to see whether or not that Nuke T side of theirs is as effective as we thought it was.
Well, I mean, that was really predicated on them kind of abusing the CT side from Kyojin and Masuda. So that's going to be the real big question heading into Nuke is have they actually patched up the defense there if you're Vitality?
Yeah, okay, and then for the handshake map, looks like we might go to Dust 2 here. Okay, actually, Double Pony ban out D2. We go to Overpass. That'll be interesting if we get there. I haven't really loved what I've seen from Double Pony on Overpass, actually.
Well, I haven't loved what I've seen from Vitality on Overpass either.
That's true.
So,
That's true.
I mean, the thing is, they got rid of Dust 2, which Vitality, I think Double Pony's been really comfortable playing D2 against just about every opponent here. They even played, who was it they played Dust 2 against? Was it Big? I don't know, it doesn't matter. The point is that Vitality, also a very comfortable Dust 2 map. So, to me, them banning Dust 2 just shows a lot of respect to Vitality in their map pool right now. And I'm anxious to see how Overpass pans out.
Now, I am going to go back to what we had talked about with this matchup previously, which is that, sometimes these all domestic games play out kind of weird because these teams are practicing or have such in-depth knowledge over a number of years of players and play styles, which does lend itself more towards an upset. But I think now that we have all this film on these two teams, and Vitality also, people said maybe this is the worst match we've seen Vitality play in recent memory as well. So it seems unlikely that Vitality is going to play down to that level again at this point in time.
Sure, and honestly, we're looking at the vetoes right now. To me, that screams map 3 is almost a certainty. You've got Nuke, you've got Vertigo, and those are almost like guarantees in my mind. Okay, don't trust me on this, of course, but I'm thinking about it back to the Apex interview we had. I think the next day after they had lost to Double Pony, and his words were something to the effect of, when we see these guys again, we'll show them who the real top players in France are. And I mean, we're going to get to see that rematch right now. And that's, to me, one of those little almost overlooked storylines here, that domestic, factor in this matchup, because, man, it was so wild to see how good Double Pony looked in that opener. But, you're, of course, going to be playing so confident against people that you're playing against all the time, right? So, I don't know. What do you think, Maui?
I think when they look at Kyojin in the server, they see an ESCA main player, which is actually what it was before joining Vitality. And Double Pony, I mean, a lot of these players have played at pretty big stages. I mean, Lucky has played at a major before, and NBK, of course, on top of a major as well. So they got to feel very confident about certain matchups in this. But the thing is that you always have to worry about ZywOo. I mean, you can't avoid this guy forever, and Apex is going to do his best to make sure that ZywOo's in the best position so that he can counter whatever aggression that Double Pony throw out.
Yeah, I think Vitality also gives you, as you said, with all their infrastructure, does have a preparation advantage. As you can see on your screen right now, brought to you by Unicorn, our partner here at Flashpoint 3. 1.5 to 2.4 are the odds, so, pretty in favor of Vitality, as you might expect. A lot of anticipation that they will perform better in this rematch. As a reminder, guys, if you sign up to Unicorn with the code FLASHFREE, all one word, you get €10. You can just use it. for the rest of Flashpoint.
Free
So,
money.
yeah, pretty good there. Also, deposit bonus with the code Flashpoint as you sign up. If you want to put in €20, you'll have €100 at the end, 4x bonus. So, good deals from Unicorn. Be sure to head over to the site if you are 18 plus or of legal betting age. And now, with our own Unicorn points, I currently am in the lead, I'm pleased to say. But there's somebody on the casting desk right now that is in danger of our punishment at the end of our grand finals, and that would be Launders.
Yeah, it's hard times out here. I made some. Listen, I predicted the winners today. That's all I'm going to say.
I predicted the winners today.
Jellyfish.
What do you say?
What
is on your shirts?
Little spotlights, little strobe effects.
It's like jellyfish from here.
It should be jellyfish.
I've got a jellyfish shirt. I can wear it tomorrow.
Nice.
Oh,
Do it.
Or
Let's wear
not
it tomorrow. It's the day off
Sunday.
for the rest of us.
No one
though.
else.
I can wear it tomorrow too. Figure it out.
Both
2 days
days.
in a row.
All right, so Launders, since you predicted the winners today, please tell us, oh Oracle, who the winner of this match is going to be.
Well, double means 2, and Vitality got 0 maps last time. Double Pony 2-0.
That's some
You
lottery.
went for them.
I did.
He's got to dig himself out of the hole somehow.
I think it's self-respect territory for Vitality, so I have gone against the ponies. I did regret it though. Those ones do look juicy as well, so I don't mind if they win, but I have gone with Vitality for this one.
All right, desk analysts. You're behind me, the host, so you need to make up some ground here. This is embarrassing for you.
I put a significant amount of points. I think 600 on Vitality here. I expect that that Vertigo pick is going to come in clutch here, so we'll see.
Yeah, I don't think Vitality make the same mistakes twice. I think Vitality are going to be taking this one. I also put 600, just like Lex.
I put 500 on Vitality today. Let's say I'm a little less confident, given how
Gone with the ponies.
commanding, given how commanding that victory was
Went out here,
in the last one. But I think overall Vitality should have a much better read this time. I like the adaptation they made in the veto. Now they have much more information about kind of the Vertigo weaknesses we've seen from Double Pony. I personally would, put some money on Zywoo clutching as opposed to Afro on that map. Just, historical results.
It's fair. That's a fair assessment.
All right. Well, guys, it's time to get into our first game. We'll find out very quickly whether Vitality have adapted or whether Double Pony still have their number. And to answer that question will be Bardolph and Launders.
Double Pony.
Double
Pony.
There you go. Well then, they will be starting on the CT side of Vertigo. How open do you think this one is? I mean, you went for Double Pony, right?
Yeah.
But again, you and I have both picked when we thought the other team was going to win in previous scenarios.
It's the balance with the odds.
So, how open do you think this is for either team to win, or do you think it's heavily favored toward Vitality?
I don't think it's heavily favored towards Vitality because I think Double Pony have a lot of confidence. I think they had a lot of confidence we didn't know about before they played the first time, and I think they have even more now that they played the first time. The only thing is that Shox can't have a day like he did last time. I don't think that's going to happen. He had a really, really off day.
Yeah.
Kyojin had a really off day, and Masuda had a really, really off day. So I think they'll improve, but I think at the same time, Double Pony will grow stronger. I think the odds make a lot of sense. I'd be worried for Double Pony, but at the same time, I'd be worried for Vitality.
Yeah, I think it's uncertain territory for Vitality, but I think they'll come into this one angry. Some teams or players like to see their opponent as their enemy during the match, and they may talk shit on their opponent in their own comms and so on. And that can help you focus and really bring that extra gear in, trying to make something of this. And I imagine Vitality will certainly be doing that. Get some rivalry going out. Creeping up towards short for now. Apex switching up for the USP for the extra range. Once he closes the distance, though, the ding-dong. Going to be quite nice for Vitality on the A bomb site. But yeah, once he closes the distance, then the extra bullets can come in handy as well. But I'd imagine they rarely get there with all the headshots we see from these pro players. There is a kit to be collected by Afro, right at his feet. Chunky grenade for Shox. And Double Pony is still looking for their first kill. That one should have killed Shox, surely. It went a bit awkward, though, bouncing weirdly, and it won't be the case. They may not get any kills from this pistol round, Double Pony, as they are being deleted one by one. Kyojin, the only life that will be claimed. I don't know who Masuta just knifed there on his team, but I hope it wasn't somebody who had perfect Kevlar.
I hope it was. Apex last time was probably the best player on the team, even individually. He was the one who was getting all the key frags. Didn't look like he was getting nervous or choking at all. He was leading by example, and on this round he did the same. He was really nicely played on the pistol. Already a great map from Masuda. Like what a strong pistol from him. Again, once upon a time, this is where he set his kind of kill record or rating record on Vertigo versus a very strong Astralis a few months ago. So he likes the map. DBL Poney struggled on the T side last time. CD side they farmed Astralis, but it was a fake comeback.
Desert Eagle for NBK. We'll start the proceedings early, and there's another one for him. The Deagle Blaze putting in work. Find ourselves in a 3 versus 3. Oh, here we go again.
Wait up.
I actually clipped the interview we did with Ninjas in Pajamas with regards to their comments on the Deagle. I don't know if you saw.
What'd they say?
It was ZTR and Plopsky, and I asked them I said that they suffered a lot of Deagle losses in their series, and I feel like there'd been quite a lot in the week in general, and what they thought their opinions were. And they had a problem with the 2-shot to the torso, you know, outside of the Kevlar.
Yep.
Which is really, especially when you crouch, it makes it considerably easier depending on the range.
Yep.
They thought it was a bit too overpowered at present, so I would like to have a discussion about this in general with the populace.
Yeah, because you can jiggle spam too. Like you hit that first body shot, then they're dead already.
Yeah.
So let's see. Oh, we go for a headshot. High flash comes out. They'll dodge it. They see that timing. But the CTs get a little comfy. And Masuda, again, he's played so well in that pistol. Almost gets all 3 here. Actually, sorry, Kyojin from the back. 1v1 body. He knows where Kyojin is. Will he find the headshot? Dink comes in. Clean kill. Very nice shot from Kyojin.
Why didn't Body pull the trigger on that first engagement?
I don't know. He was already thinking about his next move. That's the only explanation I can think of.
A missed opportunity, perhaps. Vitality survived the forced by the Desert Eagle buy of DBL Poney.
DBL Poney.
So Nico should follow. See the Desert Eagle again from NBK. I think Body's got a P250.
That amount of damage keeps them in a precarious position, especially with the threat of doing more damage. NBK, another headshot. Oh my god. And the sandbags to protect him. Kyojin tries to spray. And it's already a 5v3 again. Surely they don't lose 2 5v3s in a row. Surely not.
Well, he's picked up an AK-47. They are San Kevlar. S-A-N-S, it's a French word. I actually don't know how to pronounce it. That'll certainly help, though. Zaiwu with 2. Things will slow down for now. These kind of situations often remind me of Heroic. They had great success just waiting for these kind of pushes. You gotta get the kill, though. Body trying to get everything out of that he can. NBK still lurking, though. And I'm conscious of the clock now for Vitality. They're still edging forward ever so slightly, but potentially edging forward into headshot angles. Lucky's only got the USP, but how long will you jiggle for, Vitality? You've got 1 smoke grenade to try and plant this bomb. I think they had like more control than suspected variants.
This is the fight.
Oh, Zaiwu to create some space. The bomb's been dropped now. Zaiwu's got to rescue that. It becomes more and more awkward. Deagle coming out. Lucky still with the USP. NBK. Oh my god, he just keeps on going. Go for the ace!
Oh my god.
That's all the kills for NBK. Vitality's so nervous. Everybody's terrified of the Deagles, and NBK on the eco rather than the force buy. Sends VRC media player off as well.
Major winner, by the way. NBK looking so calm with that spray as well. Up the short shelf. Control the position perfectly. Like you mentioned, James, playing the headshot angle when he had no armor. No head armor. Beautifully done. They almost tossed another 5v3 situation when Zaiwu lived versus the 2 players who were holding a short shelf. There's something bad about the setup. They just didn't hit their shots there. But DBL Poney, they got 9 kills in 2 rounds here. They have sapped the life from Vitality already. No money to reinvest. Afaru indulges in an op. Not a great sign.
Yet another Deagle round. You got to respect that one.
Mm-hmm. The
That
fact
wasn't
they
a
pull it
stabby
up.
one at all.
Oh, nice shot from body. Yeah, the fact that, I mean, first of all, it was MBK who did it all by himself, too. All by himself.
Definitely rode Vitality in that round.
It's been inconsistent, MBK, but he still has those peaks, of course.
Powers in the beard. Yeah. Nice transfer from NBK. Not the most challenging of round for them as they lose nobody. A quick turnaround in favor of the counter-terrorist side. Double Pony now tying the score.
Here's the real test. The T side for Vitality. They wanted to go to Vertigo this time instead of the Nuke, where Double Pony beat them kind of easily. Really one-sided. Vitality been struggling on Nuke, so I think Nuke and Inferno are two maps they aren't totally comfortable on yet that are important to their veto, or were. So what happens now on this full buy round? Smoke down the A ramp. CT's going for the aggressive push. Joko dropping on them. And Apex, he's going to miss this timing. Oh, and Joko almost throws his smoke grenade, but then doesn't launch it when Apex finds his kill. But the spam through the corner of the smoke, Apex is too wise.
Afro hasn't even peaked yet. He hasn't even peaked yet. Not scoped in either. But he's jiggling. People could be close now, so it's a tough situation for him. Zywoo is waiting. Oh!
They are all over.
Yeah, they were in trouble now, Double Pony. A lot of trouble. A minute 10 on the clock, you can see Vitality holding on to these grenades, such as the nature of Vertigo. Get those smoke grenades up.
We're coming around the ramp here with Afro. This peak will mean the world, but there's somebody to his left who doesn't know about it.
Ooh, he's gone deep. And he drowned immediately.
Situation dissolves for Double Pony. They lose all three players on A ramp, barely shooting a bullet back. Some HP has been lost for Vitality. No players, though. Apex with those 2 kills. Controlled the whole situation by himself, basically.
Not much they can do, Double Pony. I don't see them rescuing this AWP either. So it'll be the hero weapons. Maybe NBK's got a deagle to drop to a teammate from the previous efforts. Lucky says hello.
At least a little consolation prize. It's already an odd game of Vertigo with the way that this first rifle round has gone and the amount of eco kills and deagle kills.
NBK is 10 for 2.
Yeah, 10 for 2. Masuda had that 4K on the pistol round, and then I think 3 on the anti-eco. Or no, that wouldn't make sense. 2 on the anti-eco.
Yeah, that would be 7, but he's got 6 kills, Launders.
Yes, I know. I can't be making fun of you doing math and then do math wrong myself.
I mean, counting to 7, you know, not the tallest challenge, but we'll get there one day.
Okay.
If anybody would like to make an MS Paint visualization of 4+3 for Launders,
okay, that's so unnecessary.
send it to him on Twitter. No, it's good to visualize. It could, you know, it's easier to understand.
I figured it out. I figured it out.
Double Pony in round number 6 will have double AWPs. Maybe the opposite of ponies. Maybe one of them's called Dieter. Who knows? They won't be so enthusiastic heading down the ramp as we saw previously. That was an expensive lesson for them. Oh, some information.
Yeah, Shocks would like to hold this smoke, you know, to try to pull a lurk smoke out on the B stairs potentially, or use it for an execute later. They're trying to bait up some utility, get some presence back. Vitality spread the map really well. Oh, that's an opening.
You really got to hit those. They will exchange the flames. Afro has to reposition once again. Very awkward around this A-bomb site. I think that's the one with the gap. No, it's not. It's the one that lands on the support for the crane. That offers a slight gap. Apex, is he going to spot it? No. Joko around the smoke this time. And more smokes we posted on 8.
Yeah, this one lands proper with a gap underneath.
There we go.
And Afro opens up a little bit more as I was dead. Kyojin some damage.
Very hard to peek with this smoke up, of course. Just showing some chest. It's like a peep show.
Just like looked at me hard when he said that.
2 versus 5. The swing from Joko. Well, there'll be an exchange of frags at least, and they know where the bomb is. 19 seconds. Kyojin will not be going towards B, but he's doing damage on A. 15 seconds, checking for a flank. Body just moving into an off angle. NBK now will win the duel as he's won many. 12 for 2 is NBK. It's a very back and forth affair.
Oh, they didn't get the second op, actually. I think they wanted to try to grab that. So I don't know, maybe they didn't. Afro will take the op from Lucky. I feel like it is a good map to have the second op if it's free, especially. And there was one definitely in range, but they prefer the AKs. So far, the individual level's pretty high. I feel like across the board almost, but.
Was there any video drops for this match?
Any
from Double Pony?
I actually don't know. I couldn't find their last one because they're so active on social media. I couldn't even filter for the video the last time, so I'm a bit behind on the Double Pony lore. I'll have to get caught up. If you wouldn't mind, actually, if you wouldn't mind maybe tagging us in the tweet, we can watch it.
That would be great. Vitality look to mount an offense towards the B bomb site. The entire team is here, as you can see from the radar. Lacks red dots elsewhere. Just so you know, the dots that are grayed out on lower ground, the ones that are like semi-transparent.
Wait, the AWP is picked up. AWP goes down in heaven. Oh, what is happening?
Okay. Man, there are no cheap rounds here on Vertigo in this series so far. Vitality look to take the lead. I don't know that Double Pony can really do anything else here already. There's just too many man on road now.
That's a bad way to lose. They got the collat op shot to start things off, and then they lose the op in the site. The rotator heaven dies instantly. And I believe he was opping too, and Zaiwu maybe took him out with the rifle. I'm not exactly sure what happened there, but after that it was all over. It's a very expensive way to lose a round. Again, some crazy situations transpiring here on both sides. This was not in preparation.
Yeah, they really need to hold these two weapons. NBK and Body will have the money to buy around them. Maybe NBK gives Lucky a gun and takes the Desert Eagle. We've seen what he can do. I wonder if Vitality will go the inching towards A routes once again. It looks pretty good for them. Swing with the Mac-10.
Yeah, it was that. It was that kill.
So many viable weapons in CS these days. You remember when they were like...
Everything's good.
Right?
Yeah.
When there were like 4 weapons back in the day. AKM4, AWP, Deagle, yeah. MP5, going back. That was most of it. We even saw the Negev in some of these games.
Oh. That would have been a cool... nade, but it bounces off the wall. Okay, then peek down the stairs. Apex finds a kill on the other side of the map, and I really like this style of the T side where they're prodding both sides at the same time. I think it's a very good map for that. Since again, you don't have to really give that much respect to mid. The CTs won't push it often. Body will try to refrag. They do end up refragging, but the A side has already been lost. The rotators are in the middle of the map now, and the bomb can get planted safely. No HEs to stop this. Zaiwu looks for a kill, finds it. NBK goes down. Body in the same position, coming up late. But now Zaiwu's going to hear him and take that kill as well.
Nice work from Zaiwu. Very dicey map for Double Pony at the moment.
Yeah, they can't afford to lose these CT rounds because they were so good on CT versus Astralis. Pretty much the only way they even got to the map. They came back and won 12 rounds maybe on CT side. I have that right. And ended up losing, but it was close, very close. Now all their money is gone.
USP round from Double Pony. No guest Desert Eagle on this occasion. They just don't have the money. So maybe it's a chance for Vitality to start to pull away. Vertigo, the pick of Vitality. Bees are on road. Flashback easily avoided, and again, I'll try to spread the numbers just as the T's did in rounds prior. It's the only thing they have going their way at the moment, Double Pony. Oh, so awkward for Apex, but he manages to survive.
There's something so unsatisfying about having to spam the USP where it just doesn't feel like the bullets are doing damage. You're trying to click as hard as possible.
Lack of armor pen versus the P250 makes a hell of a difference.
They had a flash that time. Breaking things.
I would love to see like an eco run from a CT side where they just had 5 P250s. That'd be pretty interesting.
I feel like the odds will go up like crazy.
Yeah.
Because USP odds are like less than like 1/4% or something.
Yeah, because you can absorb, like it can take, like with a Glock, for example, it can take 6 bullets to kill someone if you're not hitting them in the head, depending on your range. But never mind now, we have more aggression and Double Pony trying to force the issue through tight choke points. And the crosshair placement is great for Vitality. And it continues to be. Down goes Body, and there's another round shut down. Pony's off to the abattoir again.
Wow. Apex is a nightmare. He's just getting all the kills on the A-ramp alone, man. He's playing, his individual level is so high right now. At this tournament, it's gotten better.
It's a good indicator as well when he is delivering.
Yeah.
You know, he's definitely a captain figure for his team. One of the more emotional players in the scene, and I mean that in a positive way.
He would not... He wouldn't actually knife, would he? Oh, okay. Shox doesn't knife people.
With a knife like that, you should be knifing at all times.
You should be knifing everyone, yeah. James would have knifed him. There was a player, FXio. Remember when FXio knifed Faflarin on Cobblestone on A site, and then Shox like yelled at him after the game?
I remember the era.
Don't knife our friends.
Yeah,
he said.
I remember the era of it being offensive to knife people.
Yes. $1,500 though.
Yeah, right.
It's crazy.
I know. As Counter-Strike's come a long way.
Yeah.
Shox is a nice guy, but there's no friends on the server. Apex again. And off we go. Momentum firmly in favor of Vitality. They're covered in washing liquid and they're going down the slides. That's the situation right now. It's very smooth for Vitality.
Yeah, they kind of just broken through the resistance here. It was like a little hard at first. Those ecos were really scary. We got the ace all ready for MBK on an impactful second round or third round. And since then, Vitality have had success now on the entries on both sides. Apex has just gotten more and more comfortable. He's 10-6 now, but I think he's definitely been the most consistent player throughout all these rounds with the amount of entries he's got. And really, his team hasn't even had to do that much. He's sometimes got 2, I think he had one round where he got 2 entries on A site, on A ramp, and then another round where he got 3 entries on A ramp.
Yeah, they are sweeping at present. Nothing but blue X's on the minimap. Save for the one of Apex, who has got some heavy output. Makes his way to 10 frags now. Still trying to catch up with NBK. But that looks likely the way things are going at the moment. And I feel like we've seen a lot of games where people are just getting smashed in duels by AKs.
Yeah.
Quite simply as well. Which maybe... I feel like we're also seeing an increase in double ops on the CT side, which is perhaps to balance that out. But again, it can be very awkward with the ranges, especially on this bomb site, because on this map rather, because you know, some snipers are better at like medium to close range. Some are more consistent at medium to long range, etc. So you've seen some awkward spots and some whiffs. You know, and you miss, that's like so much map control. If you lose a duel on short, suddenly your team, if they're on the site, are exposed as well, maybe from 2 angles, and things can collapse very quickly indeed.
Yeah, you just get ran down like Lucky did. He took that op shot. You know, it was such a strong op shot, perfect timing and everything. But even with that, if the T's still keep coming at you, you need more support. So it's such like a big choke point, which means everyone can be spaced out really well, side to side, coming up the B stairs. Flashing, it's like completely open. Since they haven't finished building the 51st floor here, there's no roofs or anything. You can throw the flashes high and over while running. Oh, Joko, yeah, kind of almost asked to get opted in the situation. Because I was a bit farther back, I thought he had an open line.
Yeah, their aggression...
He's at risk of getting pre-fired in this spot, though.
Their aggression really has not worked out on the ramp. He's seen him. He's going to get him next time.
Test him again. They'll start to come up quick. Are they actually going to commit? No, surely not.
Curious as to what Shox is going to be doing here. We can see he is separate from the team. The suits are blown up, but they are really looking for this entry. I think the entry is the Go command. There's a trade instantly, though, from Joko, and Afro is still alive on a short shelf. Shox now looking to make an entry, but Lucky's a footman. Trying to hold on now, Double Pony. They have a man advantage, and Vitality are just trying to find the answer, essentially.
I almost feel like they're nearly out of ideas because so much of what they've done has worked so easily, especially with the way they've defaulted on A ramp. So looks like they just wanted to turn the key on the tempo and have Apex really just eat his heart out, push up fast, but finally get shut down. And we'll get to see if Vitality can come up with a successful mid-round to bring it back. Somehow that shot is missed. I have no idea how. That jiggle
That's exactly
spot
what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Afro's missed a few shots in that specific position, and again, they're immediately on top of the site.
I don't blame him, though. It looked good.
Oh no!
What is going on?
Well, maybe there's a chance now. 3 versus 2. Kyojin in plain sight. And Shox now has a lot to do with the AWP. Dabhan himself very aware that he could be being pushed from the side now. Shotgun mode.
Uh-oh.
Lucky falling back, and he realizes that Body must be flanking him.
Shox. Oh.
There we
That's
go.
over.
Thank you for playing.
He's such a smart player in the clutch. He's got some of the best. There's no time to actually defuse this bomb, I don't think, even after that Molly goes down. Perfect positioning for him. Shox, as per, I think he's got some of the best 1v2 stats in CS history. He's so smart, so pragmatic in the clutch. Every move there made sense. He identified where the play might be coming from and then eliminated the weaker target. That was really nicely played. Some of these off shots, I think he hit an insane jiggle or something like that on Afro. I really don't want to blame Afro for that shot. I would have, you know, it looked good. It looked good. But that was the round, like you're saying. They got ran down on the site because of it. And if Azayu hadn't missed, it wouldn't have even been close.
Well, MBK's got a chance for more. Had a chance for more. He's history now. The ink is dry regarding his efforts in this round. Afro going for the repeat, but Apex is ready for it. The CT side's looking extremely difficult and somewhat desperate for Double Pony.
No bomb down yet. This lurk will work really well. Oh, wait, no way. The bomb. Wait.
It stays on the map, even if it falls off.
Yeah, does it go back to
it reappears.
The same spot?
It's just downstairs.
Oh, okay.
Our Body will start to make his way forward. 12 HP. Oh, just about getting there. Man, these rounds are pretty close for Double Pony. Like, when they win by an edge.
That was really smart from Body. That was basically, it looks dangerous if he gets pre-fired, but for Apex, he has such a big HP advantage. Why would he take a risk on pre-firing angles? You know, he just has to hit one bullet, but Body had to take some kind of risk like that. You got to appreciate him realizing how dangerous that would have been to just go for some kind of 50-50 down the stairs or like jiggle an angle or anything like that. That was his only way in.
Both squads with a bye. Vitality have had a lot of money in these rounds. 16, 15K on a number of them. And there's more money where that came from. Joko's got to be careful now, especially if he throws a grenade, because... Oh, there'll be double HPs. All right, then. Double Pony offering up some horse meat down the ramp in round number 14. Not really palatable for Vitality, but what choice do they have? 2 remain. That number has been cut in half. Kyojin now requires an ace to steal this round away from the Ponies. He's got 8,300 in the bank, and with the next round being the last round, he has to try and do whatever he can. But Afro, on this occasion, is ready at longer range for a 5th round for Double Pony.
It was a hard counter. They thought the setup was going to be there. They were right. The nades were targeted at the boost on the corner of the smoke, and it was the correct timing. I thought Joko was going to get spammed down by Apex again, but after those 2 kills, everything opens up as he started pushing a bit more aggressively and get killed. Bit of frustration there for Apex. Worried, I guess, still about the half. Wants to make sure we can get 10, if possible. 11 on the horizon as well. I personally, you know, didn't see a lot about Double Pony C-sides that they should be scared, but I can understand they've got to actually win the match before they can.
The man has demands and standards.
Good, yeah. Job not finished, right?
Yeah, we might be satisfied, but he might not be, and that's why he's a champion. They've got a man advantage now. Vitality looking for more. Shox being exploded towards B. Manages to fall away, though, so his presence will still be a threat. And again, the numbers head towards the A-bomb site. Kyojin trading, but Joker got 2. And maybe that's enough. Perhaps not, though, as the AKs clear out the A-bomb site entirely. Afro keeps the numbers even. Shox and Kyojin very low indeed. 21 HP combined.
Ooh.
Creeping away now, Kyojin. There's an incendiary, which will make it really hard to peek depending on where it's thrown, but we'll see what Shox has to say about this. Kyojin's found a flashbang on a body.
That is interesting. Wow, he actually went to check the flank as well, and body might get killed. Oh, this is 2, right? Surely.
There's the wallbang attempt. Afro now expecting to be peaked. Oh my god, the swing from Kyojin. That looked kind of OP. 10 rounds for Vitality, very strong. We'll see if the Stampede continues into the second half after the break. We return with Vitality very alert and maybe catching Double Pony sleeping on their CT side. But now the Double Pony moved to the T side, and they have opportunity. Vitality won the pistol in the first half. We'll see if the Ponies can do the same in the second on this T side.
A little bit of a strugglesome map from Lucky. Look at the CT players here from Vitality. Everybody fragging, pretty even score lines. Oh, and maybe another strong pistol. MBK looks to shut it down. He's a top fragger for a Double Pony, but he gets shut down by the best player on Vitality. And now Kyojin gets his feet put to the fire. They cannot kill him. In fact, nobody can kill anybody. It's pacifist mode on the B site. Finally, a frag comes down, but the rotations are already here.
Look at the swing. Double Pony trying to cut the numbers down. And they're making some inroads. Zywoo's been deleted, but it just really can't find a headshot. Everybody's strafing. Massive AD spams, like Lourdes in a kayak. They're all over the place. Vitality will take both pistol rounds.
I feel like everyone learned how to do this strafe spam thing from Shox, who was like the #1 guy. He had like the perfect movement, side to side, shoot as you're running back, and he was so good on the pistols. Made it look so stylish as well. I can see that style in Kyojin. I can see that style in Masuda. I can see it in a lot of the players from France.
Actually, I forget what team Shox was on at the time, but there are some really good YouTube videos with subtitles where Shox is going through things on Dust 2, going through things on Cash, which even though it's not in a map pool, you can still learn from like off angles, playing on CT side of things. I think actually when I mention like an AWPer at car offering like flashbang support and so on, I think it was from watching Shox' videos where I initially learned that, actually. So those videos are really good to look up. On a side note, also, the videos that MIBR's players put out as well were really good. From the likes of Fur and Fallen.
Yeah. And
those are super cool videos.
They're all translated, his in French?
I think that those ones are spoken in English, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong. But I mean, I understood them. There's English in there somewhere. But there's a lot of French here in mid position as NBK makes a huge opening, and Double Pony off to the races here. Revenge with the AK-47s. Vitality suddenly in a really foul place. Doesn't smell very nice today. Apex walking to his doom. Lucky with the angles. That was simply a rush, and it was simply successful.
Yeah, they even knew that flank was coming in, and Lucky had that. I can't believe he had the perfect crosshair placement through the third slit of the stair over the box where Apex would lurk from on the exact timing. That's the level of sweat you need to win a game in 2021. 7 rounds of difference becomes 6 rounds of difference, and it's such a clean round. They don't lose anybody here, and Zaiwu won't be able to get any exit frags, it doesn't seem like. They are above him. Maybe he can recover a better gun from one of his teammates, potentially. But that's about it.
Yeah. That was a flash. That round was a flash. Straight in and completely successful.
Everybody got their opening kill. No problems here. That's a very nice shot from MBK. And then Lucky, I mean, that one through the smoke. Shox was kind of looking for that lurk a little bit and still lost his duel. Lucky had a really tough first half. I think he's had some key plays this event, though. I can remember some great rounds from Lucky. Now with 6 rounds to go, you know, is this insurmountable? You know, and DBL Poney certainly have reinvented themselves after struggling to get some T-side success versus Astralis. A lot of great game tape for them on that one. How much they can do with that information is another question. That's what we're going to have to learn. So it makes it hard to pick a winner in these situations. Wow.
If you stop Vitality from saving too many weapons, then 6 rounds is 3 buys.
That's
and I think that's a nice way to look at it, kind of like sports psychology. They got 3 buys, guys. Then we're even. Okay? Just make it seem like a smaller meal, and then digest them. Vitality's struggling here, just like Double Pony did. Zaiwu and Shox working together, but they're just getting wrecked, basically. Zaiwu needs the multi-frag now. Fast-moving round. Joko here, Kyojin in CT spawn, surely to his right-hand side, he hears that.
Yeah, this is just a perfect lurk, really. Once they've put so much pressure, there's no choice but for Vitality to respect this, and they can think it A-Ramp's coming in. Wow, the awareness from Kyojin. This actually makes this possible. I thought for sure Joko was going to get that kill. Bomb could get planted safely. We'll see. Lucky gets away, not even taking a single point of damage. But Zaiwu's been a beast. I'm worried for them just because of him and Kyojin and Zaiwu both get a kill. They shut this down. This is crazy. A 2-on-4 situation, I think.
That was a huge fight. Like everything, just across the map. It's just massive fights, massive duels being taken.
I can't believe Kyojin finds that duel. Like, he's so aware of the flank from Joko. That was free, basically.
I was very impressed with him being completely ready for that.
Wow.
I think a lot of people are walking there and just getting blown up, caught completely off guard. But he took nothing for granted in this round.
Yeah. This is crazy. Because Joko didn't make a sound the entire way through.
Yeah.
There's some great awareness. But yeah, that is the perfect time for a flank to come in when they put that much pressure through, so maybe they expected it to come eventually.
Yeah, these rounds are so fast, there isn't even time to talk at the beginning of them. They're just going for it straight away. And we'll see if the same is true here. Flashes to force Shox from his angle, and immediately Zaiwu's been popped. Once he picked up an AK in that last round, he became more of a problem. But he's gone for now.
Seems like they're going to need everything and more from Zaiwu. This is a fantastic flash there. Jump through the smoke on both sides. Entries come down. Absolutely no resistance here from Vitality. Frictionless from Double Pony as they come up, and Kyojin, he's having a great map so far. Let's see if he can make a name for himself here. That's a clean kill.
Yeah, NBK on 21 kills already.
About time the experience is consolidated for Kyojin. We expect a lot more from him, and this is the sharpness that, you know, this confidence is why they picked him up.
1 minute on the clock in 4 versus 2. 1 minute on the clock, and it's already a safe situation for Vitality. The brutality continues. Bomb planted on the A bomb site. How can a CT team even just stop these charges? We saw like Double Pony try with aggression on ramp, and it was even worse in the first half. And then the second Double Pony are doing the same, even though there's a somewhat different approach here from Vitality.
Yeah, I think Double Pony actually, so they threw that right-click flash through the smoke, which means that it's possible to be heard for Vitality, but they also caused a certain amount of disturbance on the ramp so that I don't think they heard it and they ate the flash. I think that's something Vitality be aware of next time. They got some rounds to like lose like this, but Double Pony can't keep doing that right-click flash through the smoke. So again, I think this is a map taped together by Gimmicks, and there are going to be a lot of kinds of plays like that. Specific timings Double Pony are going to look for. It's important for them to try that, but I don't know quite how many they have. Now, I think on the upside for Double Pony here, they lose one round, but it's like a 2-on-4 from Vitality with some huge individual plays. But that last round, Double Pony had a really similar round where they got all the entries, no problem. And now they follow up with those entries, but actually close the round out too. And this is Vitality's economy in a very vulnerable position. Shox has the most expensive gun, but it's only one of 3.
Well, Masuta with an information play, but what can they do with said information? Again, it is fast forward from Double Pony. Kyojin's doing some damage though. NBK Joker lining up for him, and the frick kills will come flying through. This is the fastest game of Vertigo I think I've ever seen.
Oh my god.
Afro now, 1 versus 3. Starts off well, got most of his health. Looking for a second opportunity. You can see the flash of the bomb. Shox on the other side of an AWP. Scope is hurt. They know roughly where he is.
They have the quote-unquote perfect setup. He doesn't have to move from the side of generator, and Shox has this tight angle on the left side, so Masuda is totally safe in this position. Afro literally has to pre-fire Shox to win this duel.
Oh,
and
Shadow.
That's going to make him pre-fireable, actually.
I don't think he noticed.
He maybe didn't. Oh, wow, he almost finds that pre-fire. If he did, he would have seen where Masuda was. But honestly, yeah, I didn't feel like he saw the Shadow because I think he would have taken that duel first if he did.
Right.
That would have been the easier one to grab.
And again, if your shadow settings are high, you'll see the furthest shadows away from you. If they are low, then you see a lot less shadows, but depending on the distance.
I think he maybe also, because of the way he did pre-fire Shox, maybe he had his own way of thinking about.
Yeah.
I think he figured that setup, but he had a different way of looking at it. Well, that's 14-7 now. A couple of, again, we didn't see him, but Deagle shots from Kyojin on the defense. I think him being so sharp is a little bit scary right now because him and Cyber were getting, key frags in losing positions and bringing back rounds from the grave. Some of these rounds you could argue Double Pony the better team, but still Vitality individuals, their individual level is a little bit higher. Maybe a lot higher.
Man, the savagery of the AKs continues. But Double Pony can't really afford any more back and forth. Only fourth for them.
So he sees it.
Yeah, this is a problem with these team models, is they've got a backpack that sticks out and it's not part of the hitbox, but it does concede your position. Which is something to think about for the models you choose at home. Well, Shox now is in trouble, but then so Double Pony it seems. That's a glorious flick from Shox. Makes it a 2 versus 2. Bomb on the floor, they are committed. Zywoo with the FAMAS won't win that duel. But Apex knows he's got a 1v1 on the site. If he can find this kill quickly, then maybe he can clutch it. Joker, feels a bit faster there. That's definitely a kill. Joker with 19 HP, but it will be an 8th round for Double Pony.
I don't know how much resilience Double Pony have, but I can't help but feel that they're still in this game. They still done so much damage. They actually already earned themselves an eco out of Vitality. They've been trading back and forth. This is going to be 2 free rounds potentially versus Vitality, and every single round has been close. And Vitality have been dragging themselves out by some of these big individual rounds. But Double Pony, they still seem confident. They're going to be able to build up a bit of a bank here. So even if this does go to 15, I think there's potential for this to be a long game.
I'm a non-believer.
Okay.
But this round would be a good start. Ooh. HEs, Kyojin falls back. They both do. High explosive grenades. I used to play Day of Defeat competitively. You could cook the grenades there or throw them back. Not that I suggest that. That would be bad for Counter-Strike.
I think so.
Panzer Shrek.
Oh my god, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Non-believer.
Well, this is a real test, okay? Real test of faith here. Okay.
My Satan hoodie is in the post. 5 Vitality players versus Joko and Afro, who risk conceding rifles to Vitality and giving them game points in the process.
What is a Satan hoodie? Just has a pentagram on it?
Because I'm a non-believer. You know, I'm a heathen.
Yeah.
It says Satan in big letters, like one of those big American thingies, like from a university or something.
They're back, James. They're back.
Yeah, it's turning around. The wheels are turning.
They're going to watch the flank.
They're planting the bomb.
They're going to watch the flank.
Are they, though?
Right now. Shit.
Oh, he's going to walk straight into it!
Oh, one-on-one. Does he go up to the box? Oh, he sees him.
He's got 17
It's the obvious play to go up. Will he take it?
He's got 17 HP. Oh, my God, I can't believe it. That's an ace! It's an ace from Afro. How on earth has he turned that one around? One bullet was all that was required. Oh, that was a nervous round.
Cancel that package, James. We're back.
Man, we took it for granted, Launders. We thought it was all over. The 2-man spray down. He can't believe it. Oh, I feel... No, the desk. No. Okay, we're good.
Grab both sides of his head.
He kept it together pretty well there. That was such a great opportunity for them. Wow. That was a great opportunity for Vitality. And perhaps we have just got ourselves a real match, Launders.
They're fun to watch, Double Pony. They
Absolutely.
Whoever they play against, it ends up being a very chaotic game. They play fast.
Man, that was one hell of an ace from Afro.
Yep. 2 aces already this match. Both for Double Pony. Kill-wise, it's still a bit of a struggle for Double Pony overall, comparatively. But Apex topped out in that first half. He was doing a lot better then. Can you get that info through the floor? You can just hear everything on this map.
And that's really put their money in the bin. This is actually pretty scary for Vitality now.
Yep, you can return that Satan hoodie. Send it back.
So we get to buy at 10. We get to buy at 12.
2 rounds.
Yeah, two buys to tie the score. That's the focus.
Doesn't seem too difficult, especially
That's the sports psychology.
Especially when, yeah, I like the attitude. Hopefully they have a sports psychologist. Only 1 HE for Vitality. No incendiaries. No ops. And 2 ponies coming for them.
Spots the bag. Spots the backpack. It's greedy tease with a bag full of money. Yeah, I thought he was a gunner as well. And maybe he will be a gunner one way or another. Oh, we've got frags across the map once again. 3v3, very briefly indeed, but the 3rd man falls for Vitality. Now we need individual performance. Misuta on the B-bomb site alone. But Zaiwu is not too far behind. Sees 2 of them at the very least. Some information for Zaiwu. Isolates a fight, but NBK will isolate his head from his shoulders.
25 and 17 for MBK. 2 fabulous final kills. 3 rounds to go to tie this map up, and I really didn't think that their T-side was going to have anything to go for, especially Vitality looking so good in that first half, and I think looking forward to T-side, but you know, maybe this is why Apex was a bit nervous coming out of the first half with the amount of rounds that they got. You know, they could have had 10, could have had 11. Now we can see why a bit. But the Deagles, seriously, I mean, you can't sleep on them, especially with the players that are holding them. Kyojin's already had a couple of really, really strong pistoling rounds. Zaiwu as well.
I feel like the current Deagling situation is making the players with the better weapons increasingly nervous,
yeah,
which is actually exacerbating the problem.
Right, right, yeah. It's always the French teams, James, that get away with so much on these pistols, in the pistol metas.
NBK is no stranger to pistol abuse.
LBC Z75.
Yes. Of course, my LDLC cannon is a 5.7. Mainly because of the colors, though.
as priority.
It's kind of blue.
Well, they've got some distance here. Wow, okay, there was a shot there. Shot opportunity for Shocks, and there's just some, you know, some RNG, some just good crosshair placement that goes into it, but some of this is going to be you post up on an angle like a sniper, you take your one shot and you die if you miss. The pistols come in hard. Oh my god, 1v3. The shot gets activated. Joko looking for the 1v3 situation. The bomb is within touching distance. Kyojin about to turn the corner. I don't know if Joko's going to see him or not. Kyojin foregoes fighting the bomb. 24 seconds, and it is in his best interest to make this round go on as long as possible. 20 seconds up. Will he know that Kyojin has found the bomb and is flanking? He will be forced to plan in this situation. He has to make a read as to where his opponent is and can now put the bomb down. Kyojin's going to walk up. Joko showing that he's aware of his potential rotation. Will he catch him? Yeah, he does. No damage here. Crouching underneath the bullet of Kyojin.
Man.
Wow, another 1v3 brought back.
There's a chance to spam the smoke. Maybe fall back, grab a rifle or something.
If you can't get a refund, you can just sell the hoodie, James.
Oh boy, Vitality have had so many close rounds not go their way, and that's got to be increasingly frustrating, but you can see the smiles on the side of Double Pony, the release of pressure there.
They're kind of chilling. It feels like Vitality are a bit more tense than they are.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe Double Pony were expecting to play 3 maps here, but they've got a chance to play 2. Joko completely blind, sliding out into plain sight there, which is kind of strange. So we have a big opportunity now for Vitality. There would still be money for Double Pony should they lose this round. But maybe they won't. Then again, Zywoo on the A-bomb site with the AWP. We'll have something to say about this round. You can see Shox is looking for a peek.
I think that we'll just look for the boost and see if they can find a kill this way. And
timing.
Interesting timing, yeah. They can actually transition into just jumping up. But Shock's fully well aware of his opponent's oncoming threats. Afru alone, 1v4. You think impossible.
I don't think he can penetrate that box enough. Nice work from Shox to escape the situation. And there's a ding and a dong from Masuta to put Vitality on game point. Felt inevitable to me at least, and they have actually made it this far. But we'll see if they can go one further. Double Pony will have money for this round as well.
It's certainly not over. 6 out of the last 8 rounds here for Double Pony on the T side. So Vitality will have to dig deep. This will be the second time they win 2 rounds in a row since the pistol on CT. That shot come in. I think they spotted it, which is almost as important. I think Kyojin does now will be a bit suspicious. This engagement on the A ramp is very important. It looks like random smoke spam, but it's about denying positions that the CTs can get to. Now the double swinging for the T's over at mid. There's a lot of duels that can happen simultaneously. They do swing, they don't see anybody. They get some damage off here versus Kyojin. Finally finish off the kill as well. And MBK on this hard work through mid. He doesn't find it, but the refrag comes through. 3-on-3 now.
That's a huge frag. Body, that's the bomb spotted. That's a big headshot from him. He's got 1 minute on the clock in his 2 versus 1. Body and Joko both low versus the AWP of Zywoo. Switches up for the M4. They will hear that surely. They know exactly where he is, which means 2v1 setup for Double Pony. Rotation is surely too great to be coming from anywhere else but here on CT spawn. Looking for a potential flanker. We're in the mind of Zywoo now. He has a defuse kit. Just needs to find out where these plays are. He sees the jiggle. Needs to identify where the other one is, and there's the instant trade from Body. This one's not over just yet.
Oh, they talked about that setup perfectly. Just like Vitality had that setup with Generator and someone in spawn, they just handled that so well. And of course, they could have got long flanked there, but they knew where Zywoo last was and just held on to those positions. Didn't expect anything crazy that way, and they were correct about it. There was really no way for Zywoo to win unless they completely whiffed. So some great refrags coming in from Double Pony to keep this thing competitive. Everything rests on a knife's edge, though. One big round from any of these Vitality players, it all goes down. But they don't get that 2 rounds in a row.
Oh
wow.
my god, the 180. put an MLG sticker on that gun. The trades are here in the mid as well in favor of Masuta and Vitality, who are now in a 4 versus 2. And Zyber's looking for more. He's not done with this one just yet. Selassie angles on the ramp. I don't know if he saw something there, but he was pretty damn close. Flashbang colliding with Lucky as well. And then there was Afro. They've come so far, Double Pony. But this may be the final trot on Vertigo. 1 versus 4. Creeping through the smoke, and there it is. Done in the end by Apex, of course. Vitality take Vertigo 16-13.
An exciting match, and I thought it wouldn't be this close even coming into the second half. So really good resilience there from Double Pony. Some crazy rounds. One of those games that's hard to say who actually played better because of how close some of these eco rounds were, some of the deagling rounds. But the individual level is very high, makes it exciting to think about what's going to come in map 2 and 3.
A noble comeback, but too little too late. We'll see what the analysts think of that one after the break.
We're going to have problems here for G2. Eco with the tap. What the hell is happening, surely?
Here it is. Oh, no way!
18 seconds now. He's going for the more open plant. That was a mistake. Oh my God, Garrigan!
G2 do decide, but no, Cadian with 2 knives, actually.
Things get more difficult. 20 seconds. The tap from Rez.
Nated by Roxon. The dream is collapsing for Fnatic. They had so many plays alive.
No way.
Stereo frag from Mouseborn.